And here we are at Dover for my next race for my FBS Offline series. So the league race this Thursday is at Dover. So we'll do the offline race here. I've been kind of following along our schedule, and I'm not doing great. If we take a look at the standings, which I've also messed up, a little addition involved because I messed with my car file. I don't know how to fix it, but so I've got 160 points under this one, and this is my new car file. So whatever, 160. Well, actually, I've got 3 now. So this is fantastic. So I've done the math. I'm in, I think it's 26th or 27th place, somewhere around there in the total standings. Once you add everything up, we'll take stock of that at the end of this race. But today I got some time, so we're at Dover. Hopefully we get a good result here and be able to move up in the standings. I add all those together as I've been kind of messing around with my car file, and I'm sure there's probably a way to fix it, but with the series kind of built into the NASCAR, I'm just using the built-in version, so you know. Anyway, should I qualify? Let's make sure I have the right setup and that I calibrate. So I have the league set up here. So that's good. We do want to calibrate real quick. So options, calibrate. We'll make sure that's all good. If I don't mess this up, I do have the speed to win this race. At the very least, finish well. Tire fall off for the AI is pretty significant, and more significant than it is for me. So with a little patience, can make passes here and work your way to the front. So I'm going to qualify this week. So let's give that a try. Let's hit qualify. I think most of the time I've just started at the back, but I really need a good finish. So maybe I can do something in qualifying that'll help us be at the front and maybe make this a fun race for me, but perhaps a boring race to watch. But I don't know if I can qualify on pole or not. That's very loose there. I have not practiced qualifying at all. Tires are very cold and it's very loose. Hopefully the second lap will be the key. Feels very slow. 8. Feels very slow. I don't know, not great.
Alright, there's the checkered flag.
No, not great. I'm gonna start in the middle of a hornet's nest. That's not good. Oh boy. So, where are we anyway? Oh, I gotta go back one. So, alright, so this is not realistic. I did add Ricky Craven as one of the drivers. I'm starting 26th. What is that? Outside? Mid-pack? Well, I suppose I need to drive around and figure out how to get into my pits real quick.
Keep it to 35. Keep it under 2500.
And then I'll decide
Watch that speed now. Keep it on 2500.
whether I want to do a drive-through of the pits before we start and just start at the back. It's one of the things...
Okay, you're clear of pit
it's happened at this track as well as a few others is that I can't start out as fast as the AI cars do. I just have to have the tires heat up, and usually results in the AI just plowing me over, pushing me out of the way.
Limit 35. Keep it under 2,500 in seconds.
A little speeding in the pits there, you know. So there I am. All right, good enough. So I'll probably drive through the pits before we start. Let's get it going. So we have 120 laps today. It's a lot.
Drivers,
We got for fuel.
start your engines.
50 laps. So 2 stops. Can I get out of line and get into the pits? I don't know if they'll let me.
Get ready now. Going green.
Well, they can pass me high, right?
Keep it to 35. Keep it under 2,500.
I think I'm just gonna...
Green flag, green flag. Green, green, green.
There we go. Hopefully I didn't give anybody a black flag. I am all over the place because my button to get back in the truck is in a very bad spot. Okay, that's fine. Everything's good. Very shaky start, but we'll be okay. I did not want to start in the middle of that hornet's nest. It's very, very pushy at the start until the tires come in. It's a good way to take a track that I'm actually pretty good at and give myself as much of a disadvantage as possible. It is very tight in that turn. The last practice race I had a bit of damage, and I'm almost thinking that it made the truck handle a little better. Already catching back up to the tail end of the field, so I found my best strategy is to not pass anybody for the first 6 laps anyway. Let the field fight it out amongst themselves and kind of spread out a little bit and just be patient. Looks like we've got some separation already, which is good. So we need a good finish, so everything is smart. Be smart. All the passes are smart. Don't take anything that's not there. Super patient and know that the truck feels a little tighter than it normally does. Not entirely sure why that is, but I don't think I want to go up high yet. Later on in the run, it can run that high line and be very successful running it, but not yet. I'm gonna push up. I don't know why this truck is so tight at the beginning of this run. It's very weird. Thompson's gonna give me the low line. We'll take it. Moffett in the petty colors tends to struggle at this track. Oh sure if that's true in real life or not, but during my practicing and stuff, I usually find poor Moffat in the 43 back here in the back of the pack, struggling. Gosh, it almost feels like I have a different setup in this truck. It is handling very differently. I was gonna go high, but then Sauter went to duck underneath Moffat, so I'll just follow Sauter for the time being. Although it looks like he did not make any progress on making that pass, so now we are still back here. We may have a run on Sauter, and we'll give it a try here. Still very pushy. But just be very, very patient. At least we're passing trucks. That's a good sign. Looks like they're getting it stacked up, so I'm not going to do anything there. I thought so. We'll see if we can get by this line of 3 on the low side before we go up there if Moffat can do anything. Looks like they cleared Moffat, so and roll onto the throttle, maybe get a shot underneath here. Get on White's bumper. Go Canada, go. Is it time to go high side yet? Maybe not quite. Be interested to see how this handles on the high side. It is feeling a little tighter than it normally does. Or they're really checking up in the center, so I think going on the high side may be a good option. We got space up here, so we get by White. We've got Self up there on the high side, so I'm not going to go high yet. I'll just get caught behind him. I assume he's going backwards. He is. Oh, caught the apron there just a little bit. Looks like Self was able to get in line in front of Anderson. Anderson wasn't able to make the low line work. So now my options are open. I'm going to stay low one more time. There's a little gap right in front of Anderson to Self. If I can stay low. No, I'm not close enough. I'm going to try high now. See if the high side starts to work. So the high side's starting to come in. If these guys stay single file, should allow me to make some moves up top here. This is where that tire wear, not quite, tire wear differential comes into play. That was close. A little loose off the exit there, gotta watch that. Can't mash onto the throttle there. Gotta be Pretty gentle with the throttle so you don't spin it out coming out of the turns. So the high side has officially come in. We'll see if this will carry us all the way to the front before the first scheduled pit stop, or if we mess it up. Or if I mess it up, rather. Purdy is next. Oh, didn't quite get in there. Turned in a little late, but should still be able to. I'm going to wait. Oh, and he got in there. Who is that up there in the brown truck? I thought for sure he was going to get caught up in the high line. Oh, now he's going to. Vaughn. If I said that right, it looks like Vaughn. Watched a few truck races. It's not a name that I remember hearing. Alright, so we'll try the high side on Purdy here. Just get up beside him before exit, and we can. There we go. Probably not very interesting to watch. What do we got? 28 laps to go. We're in 22nd position. Get up beside Eckes. That works. Oh no, we got someone stuck. Ian Benedetto stuck on the high side. Hopefully find a way in. There you go. Go low, buddy. Go low so I have my lane. Thank you. Alright, we made that pass alright. Not sure what it is about this track and the AI, but they tend to be very slow on the center. In the center of these turns 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. They're fast for about the first 6 laps or so. After that, their speeds really start to fall off, and thankfully, mine do not. And as I keep saying, as long as I don't mess this up, should have a good chance of a nice high finish today. And then I get to add all my totals together of all the cars I've created in this series and see where I am. Go low side on Howard since we got the run. Might even have enough a run to get to the outside on Rhodes. Yep. But that was close, but that was very nice. I was able to kind of put the truck where I want it. So this is the fixed setup for the league race on Thursday, and it handles pretty well. If you get too aggressive on throttle on exit, you can loop. It does get loose on exit. I think mostly off turn 2. Now we can open it up. So, as I showed earlier, I did put Ricky Craven in here as one of the truck drivers for fun. I'm not a stickler for historical details or anything like that. I'm just a stickler to have a good time and have some fun racing with the AI in my league races. So, you know, being a Maine, born and raised native, obviously, on myself rooting for Ricky Craven back in the day. So, thought it would be kind of cool to throw him in there. And that initially wasn't the plan. I started designing a truck for the FBS series league that I'm doing, and I wanted the Tide sponsor, so I started designing the truck. And then I ended up with this one that I have with the Firefly Outdoor Movie Company logo, which is our family-owned business. So decided to go with this rather than the Tide truck. But since I had designed it, I thought, what the heck? I'll make Ricky Craven part of my series. Unfortunately, didn't really think that far ahead, because that created another entry for me in this championship series. One of the 3 that I've done. And, man, where am I? Craven is 3 seconds ahead. And it created Craven as an entry too. Oh, there he is, he's right there. It created Craven as an entry too, so poor guy has started, 4 races into the series, something like that. So obviously he's near the bottom, but I'm also not sure what I did when I created him, because he's very good. I keep bumping down his driver ratings and stuff. They seem in line with everybody else, so I don't know what's different yet about his driver profile. Haven't really noticed anything out of line. There's poor Moffat still struggling. Now, one thing I tend to do at the end of runs is I've got so much more speed than the AI that I tend to run into the back of them entering the turns, which is not ideal. If I get too close here, so I gotta brake far earlier than I feel like I need to. Well, this is a mess. I don't think I want to be here, because I think these guys are going to start pitting very soon. 12 laps to go. Well, they're not going to start pitting yet. This differential is enormous at the moment. Which will only help me for the first scheduled pit stop. The more space I can get between me and Craven at the moment, the better. Not going to go low, because again, they could at any moment dive down there. 3 wide does not bother me too much, because I can usually clear it like that. Oh, don't cut me off, Dean Benedetto. Oh, that was very close. I probably should have backed out of that one before that. That was, I didn't quite get there in time. Check for damage. Oh, no damage. So far, life is good. Yeah, I didn't have my truck fully up beside him like I should. I got away with it earlier, but that was a little too close. I think Ekis, I should be fine. Although I better remember in the league race probably to give people a little bit more room than I give the AI. It's kind of, I know where the AI is going to be. They're stable and generally a little more predictable than their human counterparts, especially with lag and internet latency and such. So these guys are staying out here nicely for me. I'm not going to go low. I really wanted to go low, but really I can't risk that because sometime very soon they are going to slam on their brakes and head into the pits. And I don't need to do that. Alright. 5 laps. Start thinking about coming in. Alright, we're gonna come in. Nope, I'll wait a lap. I'll let them do their thing. I will go in and the pits are more clear. We'll go in right now. We'll use Heim as our gauge.
Limit 35. Keep it under 2,500 in seconds.
Alright, look for the sign that's a mess. There it is. Okay, got in there without any issues. No damage.
Keep it to 35. Keep it under 2,500.
Speed. No need to speed. I should be able to hold the lead, I think. If I can hold the lead, then I can really extend it. And it'll be the first time in all my practice that I've been able to do that. I have lost the lead every time on the first pit. We'll see how this goes. We'll let everybody go and we can get back into the rhythm, knowing that truck is going to be probably tight again, so we'll see. Well, felt okay there. That wasn't bad, so I'm still showing first. Have to see here if I held on to first, and if so, by how much, or how much do I have to make up to get back to first. I did hold on to first, so what am I, almost 6 seconds up on Craven now? That bodes very well for me. Again, I think this is my race. I just gotta not mess it up. As we gently ease the nose under to make the pass. we're getting a little more fight. Actually, quite a bit more fight when the AI are on fresh tires. Still pulling a gap on Ricky. So no need to be very aggressive or be overly aggressive, I guess. See if we can separate Heim from the herd. Nope, he's gonna go, that's fine. See if he can make this pass work and follow him. Go up a little bit, mister. Boy, he did not give me a lot of room. So that was a little closer than I wanted it to be. Still there. On my preferred line that time, so we should be able to get that done. And we did. So I really hope, for obvious reasons, this stays green. It's got the field split up, and on starts and restarts, I do tend to get mowed over by these folks. Just not as fast as they are on starts. Back out of that move. Wasn't enough. Got a run here though. Back out of that one too. There was no reason. I wanted to. I really did. But much safer here. Whoa, kind of bobbled down towards me, it looked like. Seven-second lead on second place Craven. And it won't be too much longer before we really start to see that tire differential. We got Ankrum that's going to go below Moffitt. Let's see if we can follow this move. Hopefully it doesn't take too long to complete. I'm gonna put Moffitt a couple laps down, if not 3 laps down, I think. Ankrum is not going to give me much space, so we'll just hang out here. Maybe make the high side work if I get a run. Not yet. Not yet. We'll try it this time. High side starting to come in. That's very high. That's not as high as I want to be. So we should really start to be able to put some distance on Craven now. As long as we don't get caught up too much. It's like Effinger is going to make the pass. Fitzmiller. And we will just stay in line. Thought about high on Effinger, but nope. Should be able to get that done here. Boy, it's very pushy. We'll do the old crossover then. So I couldn't keep the truck down where I needed it to there. stay on the brakes a little bit longer into 3 and 4, or 1 and 2, wherever I am. Ooh, heading to the wall. 1 and 2. So 1 and 2 is where the truck feels tight. So 10 seconds up on Craven. So this is a different feeling after all the struggles I've had on pretty much every track in this season. To have a track that definitely favors me. So much though that it almost feels like the track is not set up quite right. I think this is a default track though, a default NASCAR track. And I won't go 3 wide yet. There's not a good reason to do that at all. That was a bit scary, but I think we will make it work. On the low side. Definitely used a little bit more brake there. I think that's the trick. Need as much brake into 3 and 4, into 3, I guess, than we do into 1. So built up a 12-second lead. We have enough to get up the side roads. Yep. Got smoke up there? It was. I'm just gonna chill out back here. Stay out of trouble. Anderson, don't hold me up. Hopefully he gets in line. He does. So could allow us to get up here, get up by Vaughn. As we see this tire differential really come to its peak. Once again, with a 15-second lead over second place now. That was almost a dumb bonehead move. Forget that I have such a speed differential that I almost could not get slowed down in time. That was not smart. Crossover on Nemechek, there's plenty of room in front. So that, me almost taking out a truck entering the turn won't happen there. 18-second lead on the 032 of Craven. bit loose. Give him room. Go underneath Boyd. Remember to brake very early. Thank goodness I remembered that. Bide my time and go high. There we go. Probably do the crossover up here if I get enough of a run. Nope. Stay high. Am I gonna lap the field? I am. That's Craven. Oh my goodness. That's not going to happen in the league race, I'll tell you that. Last league race was at Bristol. Finished third, but I was the first car I was the first car a lap down, so I still got lapped in that race. Smoke. Don't bring up the yellow. Get back to the pits, please. Ooh, loose. I'm gonna have to check and see how many laps I got till I need to pit. I feel like it's getting close. Any guesses? I say about 12. Ah, 13. Not bad. Not going to do the crossover because I'd run into the truck in front of Wood. Better just to wait and give them no room on the bottom. Oh, Barrett. Oh, Barrett. That was crazy. You don't need to do that, you know. You're a lap ahead of everybody. That's that move and the passing low when a truck has someone right in front of them. Probably the two moves that could get me in trouble if I let it. If I can't get right up beside that truck, then I should not try to force that in there.
Still there. Clear 25.719. Car inside. Keep high. Clear.
Like right there. I could have probably got up by Effinger, but not worth it.
Car inside.
I desperately need a good finish.
Still there. Clear. 26.077. Car inside. Still there.
And I think this is my race to lose, as they say.
Clear outside. Inside.
Do the double pass here.
Clear inside.
Almost like an arcade game.
25.7.
Even though it is a game, this is supposed to be a simulator. Almost like, you know, the old Daytona USA game to where
Inside.
you can kind of pass at will.
Stay high. Clear.
I don't know if it's always been like this, or if the track file is just off, or if the this particular truck set just isn't suited to this track, or what it is, but you know what? During my practice, it's been much harder, so
Car inside. Clear.
we're heading into the pits now. Okay. Got 6 laps left to go. Before I run out. 26 laps to go. I'm gonna stay out as long as I can, I think. I want to pit by myself. I have plenty of room.
Low on fuel. If that fuel pressure gauge starts to drop, come on in. 25.496.
I want to pit soon enough that I'm not in traffic that's going to run me over. Take a peek down into the pits and see if it's cleared out. I think it has for the most part.
25.6.
And I've got room behind me at the moment.
Keep it to 35. Keep it under 2,500 in
Okay.
seconds.
Don't speed, don't mess anything up. Everything is fine.
We'll give you 1 can of fuel.
Any damage? Nope. Alright, so if I could just get a good exit. Without speeding.
Go, go, go! Keep it to 35. Keep it under 2,500 in seconds. 57.6.
Without getting run over. Speed.
Watch that speed now. Keep it on 2,500.
I mean, you've got a lap advantage. Don't screw that up.
Okay, you're clear of pit lane.
Use that advantage to be very safe. They're not going to catch you. Like all my self-talk? There we go. I'm going to get up high.
Car inside. Clear.
And I'm just going to cruise for a lap or two. There we go. Probably took on a little bit of damage there. Now we just need to let the tires heat up a little bit, get into our rhythm, and finish this thing out. We still have everybody a lap down, which is amazing. Would not have guessed that. And really can just get in line. I don't have to pass anybody, but I'm sure I will. I won't be able to help myself. But every pass should be 100% safe. Or as close to that as it can be. I've got a chance for my first win of this season. And now I have a cat that wants to jump in my lap. She's looking at my lap. This is not good. Oh boy, she's in my lap. Okay, there's a cat, and I have a force feedback wheel set at 80. She's looking at me. She's looking at me. Stay out of the way of the wheel. Luckily, I can pause this if I need to. I've got a ride-along partner here that I wasn't expecting. I may have to hit the pause button. Oh goodness, that's not the cat's fault, that was all me. The cat might be leaving. No? She's laying down. Okay, she's going to make herself at home and get right under my steering wheel. Okay. That's not good. Alright, so here we go. Ready, and that. Excuse me, kitty cat. I know. I know. Okay, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Ah! Well, funny, usually cats don't like to ride in cars or trucks going 150 miles an hour. Almost like she didn't even notice. Alright, so I just have to cruise along here. With 14 to go. Life is feeling pretty good. I can get the run on the low side here. Nobody in front of self for me to slam into, so that's good. So although the AI here make me feel pretty good about myself, the Thursday Night League folks will put me firmly in my place. Probably a lap down. As I continue to get used to online league racing again. It's been a lot of years. But it's kind of funny. I race around here right now. It's hard to fathom. Not that I'm the best, but I mean, it feels like I'm pushing this setup to like almost its maximum. And the funny thing is I'm usually shown that I am not. There is a faster way to drive this fixed setup, and I will find that out on Thursday night when they crush me. But we'll see. That race will come, I think, to where I will continue to be more and more competitive until that race comes to where all of a sudden I am competitive and I'm there and they're not running away from me. This is one of my better tracks, so maybe it's this track, I don't know. I don't feel like I know anything special about this track though that would give me an advantage over other league racers. It's a pretty easy track to drive in my opinion. Like a lot of tracks, you just gotta wait for the tires to get some heat in them so the truck's not so tight. It's both. I mean, it's tight entering and it can be loose coming off the turn, which is not uncommon for tracks to be like that. But if you can work through that and avoid mashing on the throttle on exit, it's not a bad track to drive. But I'm sure there's a faster way, and I'll know that come Thursday night. 6 laps to go. Look at that. I haven't messed it up yet. Do I go for the low pass? But I gotta brake early. Early. There was enough room so that I didn't smash into the back of roads. Low side again. I've got enough room in front of roads, so that'll be fine. And there is a gaggle of trucks in front of me with 5 to go. The smart thing to do would be nothing. Don't try to pass this gaggle of trucks. Just cruise around. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna try to pass them all. Brake early, turn in, should be able to get up next to the 30, and I can. And accelerate. Here we go. There's no reason.
Come on, bring it home. 26.496. Inside. Clear.
Can't believe I'm gonna get my first win. I did get it right. Yeah, there it is. All right. Well, that turned out well. We did what we needed to. Didn't make any big
Limits 35. Keep it under
errors.
2500 in second.
And we'll park in we'll park in Moffat's pit. There we go. And watch Moffat plow me over. Not Moffat. Oh, I got hit by somebody. Hey, who's that? There's Moffat. Oh, hi. Okay. We'll save that replay real quick. Save. Oops, I hit the wrong button there. And that is a... That's a win. Darlington. Oops. Okay. Done. Alright, anything else I need to do? I don't want to mess this up. So standings, looks like I got. And only 2 cars, the truck's a lap down, and then the rest were 2 laps down. Alright, done. There we are. Finally with a win. Well, we know from this screen that I'm not in the top 10. Alright, so let's do some addition and find out where I'm at. As I open my calculator. Alright. So the next race is Talladega, really? Do I have to? Stover, yeah. Standing. So my first entry is, I saw it, 350 points. 350 plus, this is fun, oh, 160. 160 plus 85. That's 595. Okay, so 595, let's go. Roads is 446. 595, 595, survey says 13th. So I'm actually in 13th. I should really see if I could fix that. Or I could just export the results. So 13th place right now with 7 events left to go. Don't believe that. 7 to go, so we've turned it around. So that's good. Let's see. So it's Dover results. So Bristol. What did we do at Bristol? Oh, I did get 4th at Bristol. So that was a pretty good result there. That kind of got me turned around. And then Kansas, I don't think was great. Kansas was not great. 26th. And then Vegas. Again, I don't think it was great. Vegas. 29th. And it was before that. Indianapolis was the start. And let's go to the bottom. 28th. So mid to back of the pack finishes. Leading up to the last 2 races, Bristol and Darlington. So, or Dover, I'm sorry. I probably wrote Darlington in my replay too. I think I did. Did I? I'll fix it later. Anyway, all right. Well, thanks for riding along. We're looking better. So next week, well, this Thursday, I'll do my online race. We'll see how I do. And then looks like we're at the Super Speedway Talladega. And we'll move on to that next week. So that can go any direction. It could be a win. It could be an absolute last place. So until then, if I get a chance to record the league race, I might, but so far haven't really been able to do that. See you next time.